The first day of spring, 2022. All COVID restrictions are lifted today. Let's check out the yard. We'll call this a spring workout for seniors. There is a little bit of snow left, not much. The birds are awake. They're ready for me to fill up the feeders. I'll show you the favorite feeder. This one wasn't bad this past winter. It was $75. This one, no, squirrels could get at that very easily and eat everything in minutes. But this thing, I bought it at a thrift store for $1. I put a little plastic cap on the top. This is their favorite feeder. They hang on the sides and they eat it until it's gone. This one I've had, this squirrel buster I've had for years. They'll eat from that if they have to. I think it's too difficult to get their little beaks inside the holes and stand on these metal nails or pokers. Might freeze their feet. I don't know what it is, but that one's worth about $100 bucks. Maybe I'll have to do a little raking, but I like to get the leaves on top of the garden soil to act as fertilizer. And my rain barrels, gotta get those working. I'm gonna need the water. So if I walk on this flagstone path here, it warms up my ankles. There's my crow. You see him? He looks over the garden. This is where I put my money for the kids to take if they need any extra loonies or toonies, and some cute little stones here. This is Robert's rock. Little turtle. My favorite elephant. The kids stop here and they play with that. Oh, there's a G.I. Joe. Right. That's where I put my herbs, just in case I need them for a salad. I like to balance rocks. I'm all about balance, and you're going to be balancing today. Remember the 1 foot, 30 seconds. My weeping white pine tree. You can buy some white pine needle tea, because the white pine tree is supposed to stave off cancer cells from developing inside our bodies, and so you might want to try the white pine needle tea. And my newest addition to the garden, which my wife gave me for my birthday, is the fox. Yep. Gotta plant my ferns in there. But going up and down steps is a good idea for a warm-up. Just step up and down, change feet up and down. Should take my Christmas bulbs down, even though maybe I could handle them for a few more weeks. My favorite limestone dolomite rock. Got a lot of limestone in this area of where I live. Lots of limestone. So I can use this sidewalk for aerobics. Yep, walking with perfect posture. Some more steps. Another path leading to my compost. Let's try the steps. Here we go. Up, up. Remember, we're warming up. So you can get any size of ball. The bigger the ball, probably the easier it is. If you want to use a tennis ball or a little hard rubber ball, that might be kind of more challenging, but I like this ball. It's colorful. I got it from the local thrift store. Okay, birds, okay. I got it from the local thrift store for 50 cents. So we're going to play throw and catch. Okay? If I don't have anybody to throw and catch with, I'll use the wall. Throw it and catch it. You can stand really close to the wall. You can stand farther away from the wall. You can throw it with one hand or the other hand. You can throw it with both hands. Just throw and catch. Working on our coordination here and our balance, but especially balance. Throw it up high, throw it down low, let it bounce and catch it. Bounce it and then catch it. A little press going on there with my arms. Notice the press. Otherwise, just throw it and catch. One hand, the other hand, or both hands. Whatever you like. It's just a simple little ball. Okay. Part 2. Throw it and catch it with one hand approximately 10 times. If this is just way too easy, throw it up high and catch it low. One hand though, okay? Okay, you've mastered that. And then try the other one. This is my non-dominant hand, so it's a little harder. And because it's non-dominant, maybe I should do a few more. Keep your eye on it. If it bounces and you catch it, that's okay. Okay, and then throw it and catch it with the other hand. Back and forth. Remember, if it's way too easy, throw it up higher and catch it lower. Whoops. Even bending over to try to retrieve it is a good body movement. Throw it up high and catch it low. Good work. And bounce it. Remember basketball back in high school? Well, maybe we didn't make the team, but we had to do it in gym class. So I'm throwing it down with two hands as hard as I can. Now that depends on the ball you have and the size of the ball and whether it bounces really high. But if you've got one like me, 50-cent thrift store ball, a kid's ball, put some really good effort into it. Hey, I'm a basketball player. Really push it. Make it come really high. And that's it. Since I'm out on my back porch, I might as well do some squats for strength. Quad, hamstring, glute strength. So I'll start with the wall. I'll just stand up against the wall, lean on the wall, come out a little bit with my feet, and then feet shoulder width apart, facing straight ahead. Slide down the wall. After holding it for about 3 seconds, slide back up, and it becomes a wall squat. Take your time. Maybe breathe in before you move. Blow out on the way down. Breathe in. Blow out on the way up. Exercise that diaphragm with those deep breaths. Take your time, wall squat. Slow is better, slow is harder. You can focus better when you're doing it slowly. Posture, posture, posture. A wall squat. A chair squat. Somebody got any chairs? Yes, I got this one here. It's my favorite for my chair squats. Little plastic chair, got it at the thrift store. It was only $1. Keep it outside just in case I want to do some chair squats in the springtime. Let me back up a little bit. So I stand with my feet shoulder width apart, not right up against the chair, but close to it. And when I sit down in the chair, I'm going to sit on the edge of the chair, nice and tall. And then I'm going to lean forward a little tiny bit, keeping my back about 75-degree angle. I lean forward a little bit. Where's the chair? Off the chair I come. Best posture at the top. Best posture at the bottom. Lean, push down with your feet. Use those quads to sit down. Use those hamstrings to stand up. Squeeze your butt. How many? As many as you want. But slow is better so you can focus. So let's just think about this for a minute. Lean forward. Maybe use my hands on the chair. Maybe on my quads. Maybe put them out here, out in front. Any way you want. And lean forward and push down and come up very slowly. And go down very slowly, and don't break the eggs that are on the chair, especially right here. Gently place your butt on the eggs. Let's do 2 more. Up. And down. Good work. Chair squats. It's time for some balance exercises. You see those rocks that I have down there edging my garden? I'm going to see if I can walk on those without falling off and breaking my neck. Balance. Don't slip on the ice if there's any ice. Well, that wasn't too bad. Let's try these. used to be my cherry tree, a black cherry tree. The cherries were big and delicious. It was here for a good 25 years before it decided to give up the ghost. Anyway, I'm going to use this for my balance this morning, the one leg, and I'm standing holding on to the tree. Doesn't have to be a tree, but anyway, I like this tree. And I'm going to lift the outside leg up and see if I can keep it off the ground for 30 seconds. If I can, then I know I'm on my way to better balance. There's no way I want to fall down, especially at my age. That's pretty good. Let's try the other side. Notice what I'm standing on. It's not level. Makes it a little bit more challenging, but it works my ankles. I'm not telling you to stand on a slant. I'm just saying that it's a little bit more challenging when it is. That still feels good. It's about 30 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Standing up nice and tall, lift the leg up as high as you can with the bent leg at the knee is coming up as high as you can get it. And down, but don't touch the ground. And up. Only hold it up there for about 3 seconds. And down and up. That's good. Keep it off the ground. Bring it out to the side and up. Hold on. And up. And up. Straighten it out. Take it right out and up. Take your time up. You can blow out on the movement. Blow out. Good. Keep it off the ground. Straight out in front. Flex the foot. Up. And up. When you're ready, push it back. Heel. 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 And the last one is a circle. Or maybe a figure 8 at the side of your body. Just 3 times other side. Hold on to your cherry tree. When you're ready, knee comes up, bend the leg, lift the leg as high as you can, knee comes up. Take your time, up. And up. Good, out to the side, don't put the foot down. Take your time. Straighten the leg out to the side. Work on those glutes. Flex the foot out to the front. And the circle or the figure 8. Good, that's the one foot. As you can see, I like to balance rocks. First of all, I like to collect rocks. And I like to balance them. So this is my weight portion of my workout. So notice, to just get a hold of these rocks, I got to get down close to them, and I'm doing a squat to do that. And I take the first one and I just take it off the pile. This one is a beauty. It has a crystal in it. Let me show you this one. Got that at the Rock and Mineral Club a couple of years ago up in Kitchener. I belong to a Rock and Mineral Club. It's only about $25 for the whole family to join, and they have monthly meetings on Friday nights, 7 o'clock till 9. It's worth joining. Anyway, that goes there. This nice flat one. And then there's my, I gotta get my hips really low, keep my shoulders above my hips to pick up something that heavy. So what are you doing while I'm doing this? You're getting yourself a couple of cans of kidney beans or something out of the pantry, a couple of water bottles, and you're gonna just pick them up, and we're gonna start by doing some presses. So what will I use here? First of all, these rocks are all way too heavy. I got something in this garden. Wait, I do over here. Where is it? There it is.
Robert,
Yeah.
do you know where the green bolts are?
What?
The green
Yeah. Right behind you where the crank is for the awning. Yeah, so I pick up a rock about this big. And I'm going to sit down to do this in the dirt. Yep. And I'm just going to use one weight in one hand. And I'm just going to straighten my arm right over my head. Maybe I'll back up a little bit so you can see. I know what I'll do. I'll sit on this flat rock. Okay. So I got my weight in one hand, my can or my water bottle. And I'm just going to keep my arm close to my head and push it straight up so my arm is really straight and the weight is right above my head. Count to 3, 2, 1, and then bring it back down. Let's try the other side. So keep it close to your body and press it right over your head, keeping the arm as straight as you can and as close to your head as you can, not out here. Here. About 3 seconds, and then bring it back down. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. As we blow out, when we run out of breath, another breath in. As we blow out, coordinating the movement with the breath. Breath in. Trying to get lots of oxygen into our body to support those muscles. Here we go. One more time. So that's about 3 presses per arm. Right. Good work. And now we'll do one more weight thing with this. I think what I'm going to do is stand up though. So I've got to get up carefully. Move back so you can see me. Right. It's still a press. Okay, I'm going to take it right here close to my chest and press it out as far as I can get it and bring it in. It looks like this. Best posture. Or the other way, if you prefer. Best posture. So it's either a couple of water bottles, one water bottle, a couple of cans of beans, not too big. Holding it close to your chest, maybe one in each hand, and you take the breath in and blow out on the movement. Breath in, bring it in. Remember, coordinate the speed with the breath. A couple of presses. Yes, it's time for my shoulders. And my garden pole. This is the green one, remember? Get it at any nursery. Maybe even Home Depot would have these. Canadian Tire, I love them. They're soft, plastic, smooth and straight and sturdy. Shoulders. So, get your garden pole. Put your feet together Hold on to it and bring it vertical right beside your body, like you're in a canoe. Horizontal across the water. A little bit of a shrimp squat with your legs together and your knees together as you paddle down the Grand River. Working the shoulders, maybe your hamstrings and quads and glutes, maybe your balance because your feet are together. It's all good. Other side, keep it vertical, close to the body, close to the canoe. Horizontal across the water. Keep your head up so you know which way you're going. Good. Put your feet apart. One 45-degree angle, one straight ahead. Line up the heels. Hold on to the pole. Push forward with a press so your knee goes over your foot. Pull it back in. So it's forward, back. Take your time. Use your breath, which is your diaphragm, to coordinate things and have fun in your rowboat with this press, working the shoulders. Switch sides, press. My heels are lined up on the same plane at the bottom there. In my rowboat. So let's finish off with our kayaks. So our feet are about as wide as the boat, and we're sitting down a little bit so we don't flip over and end up in the river. And notice the motion of the paddle. This is when we're going forward. We might want to go backwards because there's rocks ahead and we don't want to bang into them and flip over and end up in the river. If you've never walked on the rail trail in South Cambridge along the Grand River on the east side, you should, because you can go all the way to Paris, Ontario, and Brantford if you want to keep going. Good work. So we're going to lift up the pole with a nice wide grip, palms down, up to our head, over our head, way up into a nice tall Y, and slowly bring it back down. And when we bring it back down, we're going to place it almost on the ground. Notice our hips are below our shoulders. I've got my head up, and it's almost on, there it is, on the ground. Here we go, all the way back up again. It's not a burpee, but it's almost. A burpee is getting nice and tall and nice and small. It's when you are standing and then you bring your body right down to the floor, and then you come all the way back up to a standing position. But we're working the shoulders this morning. The next time when I go up, I'm going to go up on the balls of my feet to get even higher. Whoa! Good work, good work. Place it behind your body. So my palms are facing forward. I got a pretty wide grip, standing in neutral, my best posture. Just lift my arms up, squeeze my shoulder blades together, and bring it back down. I'm not bending over like this. Nope. That's a different exercise. Stand tall, use your breath, check out the birds while you're in your backyard on the first day of spring. Again, how many of those do you do? As many as you want. The slower you do it, the harder it's going to feel, and the better you'll be able to focus. So maybe you'll only be able to do 3 of these. if you slow it right down. Let's try one really, really slow. Sure feel those shoulder blades coming together. And then the last pull exercise, place it right in front of you, feet shoulder width apart. Make sure your arms are fully extended. Let's get up to the top of the pole and slide down the pole. Don't move the feet. Keep your eyes on the pole in your hands, and then walk back up. Have I tricked you into another squat? We did the wall squat, we did the chair squat, and now we're doing the pole squat. How about the breath? In through your nose, blow out through your mouth. When you run out of breath, say right here, you'll climb back up. And then breathe in through your nose, blow out through your mouth as you slide back down. Maybe hold it here, breathe in through your nose, and then blow out as you climb back up. Doesn't matter, just work the diaphragm and the breath. I think I'll do one more. I love the pole. Get the pole. So it's time to do a few stretches here. Sitting on my steps. Still got my boots on, but I'm going to get my legs really far apart. Keep my feet flat on the steps though. Good work. Put my hands on my quads here, and I'm just going to hinge at the hips and lean forward. Notice my head is in neutral. It's not like this. And I'm just going to lean forward and slowly come back. See how that feels on my low back? Let me try that again. Lean forward slowly. That feels okay. And come back. And then I'm going to lean forward slowly, hinging at the hips, and hold it there. Breathe in through my nose. Blow out through my mouth. Breathe in through my nose. Blow out through my mouth. One more time. And slowly come back up. Good work. Good work. As soon as you put your one leg over the other one, you're working the piriformis muscle, which is not a very big muscle, but a very important muscle for your hips, and it's right in there, in the glute. It's part of your hip complex. And if you can't get the leg over top, you can cross it. You're still getting a little bit of a piriformis, but if you can't get that leg over top, you might want to work on lots of hip exercises. Okay, so once it's over top, got it over top like that? Good, good, good. I'm going to lean forward with my upper body into my legs, lean forward, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a turn away from that hip with the upper body. So it's a tiny twist as I'm leaning forward. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Then slowly untwist and sit back up and untangle yourself. So let's get the other leg over. Piriformis muscle on this side, very important to your hip and your low back. So here we go. I'm going to lean forward, hinging at the hips. I can feel the piriformis pull when I do that. And then to make it a little bit more difficult, I'm going to turn away from the piriformis on that side, still leaning forward, holding on to my steps so I don't fall over. And then after 3 seconds, straighten up, turn around, untangle. Can we try that one more time? So this time, let's get our hands off of the steps and make it a little harder. So we're going to flip over the legs, put the arms like so, hinge forward, and turn away a little bit from the piriformis. And hold it. A little longer this time. Good. Untwist. Sit back up. Put your hands down and untangle the legs. Flip over the legs. Which way? I'll do it the other way this time. Okay, hinge forward. Turn away from the piriformis. A little bit of a twist. And hold it. Yes, you can incorporate the breath. Good. Straighten up. Arms come down. Sit up and untangle. That's the piriformis. Got that? Okay, one more stretch here. So, with one leg bent, foot on the step, straighten the other one, flex the foot. So, as I sit up nice and tall from the waist up, this leg is straight, this leg is bent. This is support, stabilization. This one I'm working. I'm going to push that knee with my brain right into the steps. Flex that foot, get everything really tight on that side, maybe even squeeze the butt on that side if I can do it. And hold it. Good, relax the leg, bend, straighten, flex, and once you've flexed and you're ready to push the knee down into the steps, squeeze the butt, sit up tall, and let's go. Hold it. Don't hold your breath though, just hold the leg really, really tight with the knee being pushed into the steps. This is all about knee strength and knee support, knee stretching. And hold it, hold it, hold it. Relax the leg. Bend, switch, last time. Okay, here we go. This is flexed, straight, knee into the steps, tighten the glute muscle, sit up tall, and breathe in through your nose. Again. Keeping everything really tight. One more. Here we go. Push the knee down, straighten that leg. I think my cat's trying to come out. Let's see. Where's TwylaMae? Are you hiding under the chair? Are ya? There she is. Yep, she loves to watch the birds.